160 since hostages were taken in Israel. And we hope that they will come home soon, all of them. So please turn in the back of your prayer book to page 374, and let's rise together as we sing Hatikva. Kol od balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ufatem Mizrach kadima ayin letzion tovia od lo Tikvateinu, Hatikva bat shnot alpayim, liyotam chofshi be'artenu, Eretz Tzion Yerushalayim, liyotam chofshi be'artenu, Eretz Tzion May our hopes come true. Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. And let's turn in our prayer books now to page 16. 1-6 for Zamru.
Zameru l'Adonai, Zameru l'Adonai bechinor, Zameru l'Adonai bechinor b'kol zimra. Yai la la la, yai la 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 la.
To welcome the Shabbat bride, turn to page 20 and 21 as we sing Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi, V'karakala, V'nishabat, V'kavela. Lecha Dodi, V'karakala, V'nishabat, Kabela Lecharodi Vikavakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Lecharodi Vikavakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Shamor Bezachor V'dibur Echad V'dikiyanu Elam Yuchad Adonai Echad Shmo Echad V'Shemo Tiferet V'Mitzilat Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela V'Shabbat V'Chuven Elchan Yihi Mekor HaBeracha Elosh Kerem Nesucha Sof Maaseh V'Machshava Tehila Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Hitoreri Hitoreri Kibaoeh Umi Ori Uri Ori Shir Nabei Kevod Adonai Alayich Niglah Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela
Please rise.
Holy V'Shalom Ateret Bala Gam B'Simcha U'Tzohala Toch Emunei Am Segula Bo'ichala Bo'ichala Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela Lecharodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Kabela.
Well, Shabbat Shalom and welcome to the Shabbat bride, wherever she may be. And let's greet each other. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. No, you turn and face the door. Yeah. Yeah. The Shabbat bride can't walk through a wall. So, very important question. Any simchas happen this week? Any blessings? Yes. All right. First week? Yes? And live to tell about it. Fantastic. Any other simchas, blessings, happy moments in your life? Yeah? No one had a happy moment. Yes, William.
Marla had the new job a few weeks ago, and just this week it feels like she's really part of the new place. She's got a full set of clients and appointments. So
Good. Excellent.
Nice.
Yes. Yes, they are. Birthdays are tomorrow?
Happy birthday.
Last Sunday. All right, everybody. Yes? Fantastic. All right. Well, happy birthday, guys. Yeah? Wow.
Nice.
Let's hope so. Yeah, terrific. So let's turn in our prayer books now to page 26. Page 26. Yitkadav v'yitkadash shemei rabbah b'alama divrah hiroteh v'amlich mahuteh b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchayedecho beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv Maru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam ol me'almaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach Yitpar v'yitramam v'naseh V'yitadar v'yitalal Shemei d'kedusha b'richu Le'ela min kol birhata Shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran bi'alma v'yimaru. Amen. Page 28. Please rise as able for Baruch Hu.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya-la-la-la-la, 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed. Ya-la-la-la-la, 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 ya-la-la-la-la.
On page 30. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah pateach sha'arim uvitvana meshane itim umahalif et hazmanim umesader et hakochavim b'mishmarotehem barakiach yirtzono borei yom v'layla golei alor mipnei choshech v'hoshech mipnei or Uma'avir yom umevi laila, uma'avdil bein yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo. El Hai v'kayam, tamid imloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Ma'ariv Aravim. On the bottom of page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works, and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated as we continue on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
On page 39. At the bottom, let's read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? La 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 Kamocha Raim Adonai, Ki Kamocha Me'erav HaKodesh, no rak tehilo Osepele, Osepele, Osepele. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? La 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 la
ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha eravat resh. Rak tehilot, oh sepele, oh sepele, oh sepele. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
On the top of page 43. Together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Tishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasut et ha-Shabbat l'dor tamrit olam. Tishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasut et ha-Shabbat l'dor tamrit olam. B'nei Reuven b'nei Yisrael Oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasut et ha-Shabbat l'dor tamrit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael ha-Shabbat Lasut et ha-Shabbat l'dor tamrit olam. Ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasut et ha-Shabbat l'dor tamrit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasut et ha-Shabbat l'dor tamrit olam.
We now continue on page 46 as we rise as able for tefillah. We're going to let Max lead us through this section.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu b'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Hasdei Avot V'imahot, V'mevi Geulah Livnei B'neihem, L'man Shemo B'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Chayei HaKol Atah V'Loshia, Morid Atah. Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim. Somech Noflim B'Rofei Holim,
Umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, Vishenei afar, Michamocha bal geburot, Umido mehelach, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atal hayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shem hakadosh, kedoshim b'chol yom ya'aluch hasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
And let us all say, Amen. You may be seated. And let us turn to page 55 and read together at the bottom. Disturb us, Adonai, ruffle us from our complacency. Make us dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness, and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans. Shock us, Adonai. Deny to us the false Shabbat, which gives us delusions of satisfaction amid a world of hate and hatred. Wake us, O God, and shake us from sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears. Make us know that the border of the sanctuary is not the border of living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality. Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. We continue now on page 61 at the top. Together. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace. Give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael, Shalom.
Shalom Rav, HaYisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam. 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 Ki atahu melech Adon, Lechol HaShalom. Ki atahu melech Adon, Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav, HaYisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, HaYisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et Amecha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav. Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam.
Please take a few moments now for your own private reflection. Please pray silently.
Hiu leratzon imrefi vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Begoali Yihu leratzon imrefi Vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Begoali
We now take a moment to think about the people in our lives who are struggling with illness, those whose lives are made hard by forces beyond their control. And we hope and pray that our collective prayers tonight will lighten their load in the week ahead and allow them to sense a bit more of the beauty of the world in which we live. This week we call out Joan Adler, Bill Ellis, Stuart Levin, Verna Smith, and Deanna Solomon, Aaron Kugler, Alan Levin, Karen Ellis, Judith Levy, David Belkin, and Gary Habercorn Holm. And if you have names you would like to add for healing, please call them out. Please turn to page 253.
Misheberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
May the Holy One of blessing bring healing to all those that we've named out loud and in our own hearts. And let us all say, Amen. So now I want to invite William Proctor up to share some announcements with us.
It's a chunk.
There'll be a test on all of these afterwards.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, members, guests, and the virtual congregation. We hope your participation in this Shabbat is meaningful. I have a few upcoming events to share that may be of interest to you. If you haven't yet, please register to vote for the World Zionist Congress elections, which began last month, March 10th. You can register at www.urj.org. Future of Reform Judaism in Israel is at stake, and we are being encouraged to cast our votes for the Vote Reform Coalition. How long is that through?
May 5th.
Until May 5th. Also, while you're online registering and voting, the temple has a congregational survey that is active until Sunday. If you haven't yet participated in the survey, if you could please sign in, and it's a great way to let us, the temple, know how we can better serve you, what you like about Temple Sinai, what you might want to see done differently. And that, like I said, that will be active through Sunday. As you may know, I'm the president of the Temple Sinai Brotherhood. We have a few events coming up. The Brotherhood will be having dinner with the guys Tuesday, April 22nd at 6:30 at the Spring Creek Barbecue on I-10 at West Green. That's going to be 6:30, April 22nd. All male members of the congregation are welcome. I promise we'll have more open events coming up, so stay tuned. One of those actually will be the Space Cowboys game at Constellation Field in Sugar Land on May 18th. There's a link in the shofar to a special section where you get a ticket for $30, and it's preloaded with an amount for the concessions. That's a picnic area, so we don't have to worry about getting all the seats together. We can just show up and grab a table or two. The Astros organization will be donating an item for a raffle as a fundraiser for the temple. We don't know what that will be yet. It might be a baseball from the game. It might be a jersey worn during the game with a clothespin. I'll let y'all know once I have more information about it. This coming Shabbat, Friday, April 25th, we will be lighting the Yom HaShoah candles for Holocaust Remembrance Day, starting at 7:30 here. Please bring your candle that you should have received in the past couple of weeks. We will also be honoring the year 2025 high school graduates at the same service. Next Saturday, April 26th, 9 a.m., join Rabbi Lipper for Torah study. There will not be morning services that day, but at 9 a.m., Rabbi Lipper will be leading Torah study separate from the sanctuary. And then, April 27th, after religious school, we'll be having the annual congregational meeting. We encourage all of you to attend. We will be providing sandwiches and free babysitting. Among other things, you will meet the new slate of board members, and there will be a lot of more really good information at that meeting. And I think that covers it. Hope everyone's having a good day, and again, Shabbat Shalom.
So, one more announcement. You've probably pulled up to the temple and you've seen all this work going on the side. A few people have been really busy. We could always use more. One of those people is Peter Bernstein. And Peter, when they finish the excavation of the forest that was next to the temple, he started to excavate what used to be a garden and is trying to turn it back into one. And he's looking for volunteers if anyone's interested in coming down during the week and help plant some fruits and vegetables in there. We're going to try and grow some things that we can donate to the food bank. So it's our own little mitzvah garden. So all you have to do is reach out to Peter. And don't forget, after services, join us for the oneg. The oneg is Pesach stuff, so for those who are still observing, it's good to go. So tonight is also, because of its proximity in Pesach, the night we've set aside for Yizkor. During the cycle of time, 4 times during the year, Yom Kippur and each of the festivals, we set aside a little moment to remember the people that have died in the calendar year, in the Jewish calendar year. Stories are the legacy we leave. Certainly we have headstones and markers that sit above our final resting place. We have memorial plaques on the wall and names listed in a Yizkor book every year. But our true legacy is not something etched into stone or metal or written even on paper. That which remains behind is the memory of in our loved one's heart. It's the laughter we bring to our friends and family as they share stories about us, years after we've departed this green earth. It's the tears that we cause to run down our children and grandchildren's cheeks as they remember what it was like to play at our feet. Stories are the legacies we leave, and stories are the legacies with which we are left. This evening, we will close a week of storytelling. We spend the duration of the Seder and more or less the better part of the whole week telling our story. We speak of our wandering ancestor Jacob. We tell of the pain and degradation of slavery. We speak of the Egyptians' struggle under the barrage of plagues. We talk about the moment of freedom as we left Egypt. We share the angst of standing at the sea, waiting for the parting waters, and then crossing on dry soil. And then we dance at the end, men and women, celebrating our final steps toward freedom. At our Seders, we share stories. We share our stories and the stories of our families, and those stories blend into story after story, chapter after chapter, all because of a simple commandment in the Torah. And you shall tell your child on that day, saying, "This is done because of that which Adonai did for me when I came forth out of Egypt." And although we celebrate this festival of freedom with glasses raised and songs of joy, it's not without tears in the corners of our eyes as we realize that this year, perhaps like others in the past, there are empty seats at our Seder. Our Seder is missing our family and our friends. But we must muster up the strength, struggle through our own pain, attempting to fill those empty seats, and perhaps by future generations, we strive to fill these seats with those named for our departed loved ones. We strive to fill these seats with the loved ones who also remember the departed. And if we can't find the inner strength to fill the chairs with actual persons, we ensure that these seats are overflowing with countless stories. And we tell these stories from Passover, from the rest of the year, stories that we are obligated to tell, never to forget. As my family gathers each year for Seder, I remember my great-aunt Edna Leah, who used to sing so loud and in such a high soprano voice. And I remember my grandfather leading the Seder with his agada, filled with every name in the family. And I remember my mother and her siblings working hard not to allow my grandmother any opportunity to make anything for the Seder, because she never cooked anything edible. And now, after years, we gather years after that, still laughing at the same stories, my cousins remembering the time we all sat together at the end of the table and snuck a bottle of wine and got drunk right in front of our family. Great memories. And we still gather and we celebrate the story. And this year, a whole new gaggle of children. I counted 10 at our Seder under the age of 8, the grandchildren of my generation. New minds and new hearts to tell the story. Never forget, always remember. Yizkor Elohim. May God remember. We gather this Shabbat to remember those loved ones who used to sit at our table. But why do we take a moment to implore God on this festival of freedom to remember our dear ones? We do so and are able to do so because we must. Because it's on this festival that we celebrate our transition from slavery to freedom. We embrace our ability to break free from the paralyzing anguish of loss and emerge renewed and anew in the light of freedom. free from captivity, but filled to the brim with stories. We may traditionally read the biblical verse, "And you shall tell your child on that day, saying, this is done because of what Adonai did for me when I came forth out of Egypt." But today, this Yizkor of Pesach, we should reread this verse and understand that it is our endless and tireless responsibility to tell our departed loved ones' story to the future generations. Because only by doing such can we truly be freed from the narrow straits in which we sometimes find ourselves, restrained at this time of year. Our loved ones' exodus comes through us, and it's our personal exodus that only comes as a result of our telling their story. We have had loss this year. Longtime members of our community, family members of our friends, names we may not even know. But they weave a tapestry of life and love and bring color and depth to our lives. Marking these moments is one of the greatest acts of love and honor we can do. Being present when their names are read, standing and reciting words of Kaddish, pausing from our frenetic lives just to be present here is a deeply ingrained Jewish obligation. So tonight, we can light a candle, we can say a prayer, we can pause our lives to remember and tell a story. In doing so, we elevate their lives and honor their path. It is the least that we can do to repay them for all they have done for us. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. May God's name be praised for giving us the opportunity to be a part of their lives, and may their memories be for a blessing. Tonight, we remember Ruth Herman, David Newberry, Ray Kootman, John Deakins, Susan K. Horowitz, Joan Rich, Richard Scott, Ethel Grudin, Maxine Bennett, and Cynthia Sines. Zichronam Baruch. May each of them be a blessing. Amen. Page 373 in your prayer book.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. And we will know that you are one.
We're going to shift away from the prayer book to the additional sheet you picked up when you came in. And we start with Psalm 23. Mizmor LeDavid Adonai Roi Lo Echsar Bino Deshe Yarbitzeni Al Me Menuchot Yenachaleni Nafshi Yeshovev Yancheni B'mahagle Tzedek Leman Shemo Gam Ki Elech Bagay Salmavet Lo Irara Ki Ata Imadi Shivtecha Umishan Techa Hemayena Chamuni Taharoch Lefanai Shulchan Neged Sorerai Dishan Davashemen Roshi Kosi Revaya Achtov Vahesed Yirdefuni Kol Yemei Chayai Veshavti Baveit Adonai Leorech Yamim. In the English. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
You
Prepare me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Let's read together Psalm 121. A song for ascents. I turn my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come? My help comes from Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Your guardian will not slumber. See, the guardian of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. Adonai is your guardian. Adonai is your protection at your right hand. By day the sun will not strike you, nor the moon by night. Adonai will guard you from all harm. God will guard your life. Adonai will guard your going and coming, now and forever. Please rise as we sing El Malei Rahamim.
El Malei Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Hametzeh Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanfei HaShechina, Im Kedoshim Utorim, Kezor Harakia Mazhirim, L'nishmat Yekirenu Shalchu Le'olamam, Bal HaRachamim, Yastirem Beseter Knafav Le'olamim, Vitzror B'Torah Chaim Et Nishmatam, Adonai Hu Nachalatam, V'yanuchu V'shalom HaMishkavam, V'nomar Amen.
Together, O God, full of compassion, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to our loved ones who have entered eternity. O God of mercy, let them find refuge in the shadow of your wings, and let their souls be bound up in the bonds of everlasting life. The eternal God is their inheritance.
May they rest in peace. Amen.
We continue now in our prayer books on page 283 with Aleinu, page 283. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, v'atet gedula le'yotzer breshit, shehu sam elkeinu li'ached et shemo, v'gor aleinu lamlich malchuto, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Shehu noteh shamayim ve'yoser haaretz, u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim imal, u'shchinotu zo, begovei meromim, hu Eloheinu einod, emet malkeinu efes zulato, kakatuv b'torato, יראת יום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us as we live our day.
These are the ways we remember. We remember. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light. Long, long after the star itself is done. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember.
At this sacred time, we remember those who have died during this Jewish year. David Newberry, the husband of Becky Newberry. Ruth Herman. Ray Kootman, mother of Gail Lurie. John Deakins, husband of Emily Deakins. Susan K. Horowitz, wife of Ron Horowitz. Joan Rich, wife of Harvey Rich. Richard Scott, father of Tommy Joe Scott. Ethel Grudin, wife of Alan Grudin. Maxine Bennett, mother of Dan Bennett. Cynthia Sines, the mother of Dakota Gigo. We also recall those whose yahrzeit falls this Shabbat. Albert Westall, father of Tommy Westall. Robin Bernstein Wexler, sister of Peter Bernstein. Jack Grudin, father of Alan Grudin. Dennis Coven, grandfather of Mike Seltzer. Stuart Toledano, father of Kevin Toledano. Clara Fishman, the mother-in-law of Alan Grudin. Florence Osterman, mother of Eric Osterman, mother-in-law of Carol Osterman, and the grandmother of Matthew. And Irving Stupak, father of Ellen Shaw. Are there any additional names for Kaddish this evening? For all of them, we say, Zichronam Livraha, may their memories be for us a blessing. As together we turn to page 294 and rise for Kaddish. Yet Gadal v'yet Kadash Shemei Rabbah, v'alama devara hirute v'amlech malchute, chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Hey Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam l'mei alamaya, yet barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, Shemei d'kudasha barichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbachata v'nechemata, Da'amiran de'alama v'imaru. Amen. Yehei shalom rabba min Shemaya, V'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, V'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, and bring comfort to all who are bereaved among us. And let us all say, Amen. May be seated. We're going to close our service with a song from my past. It's on page 359. It's an old song. Yeah.
When I looked it up, it's on Nifty Sings from the 1970s. But that's okay. I heard it before.
Yeah. Good. Top of the
It had a
page.
long life.
Top of the page. Livracha v'lo liklala.
Livracha v'lo liklala, l'sova v'lo l'razon. Livracha v'lo liklala, Livracha v'lo liklala, l'sova v'lo l'razon. Livracha v'lo liklala, l'chaim v'lo l'mavet. Oh, l'chaim, l'chaim v'lo l'mavet. Oh, l'chaim. Livracha v'lo liklala, l'sova v'lo l'razon. Livracha v'lo liklala, Livracha v'lo liklala, l'sova v'lo l'razon. Livracha v'lo liklala, l'chaim v'lo l'mavet. Oh, l'chaim, l'chaim v'lo l'mavet. Oh, l'chaim. Livracha v'lo liklala, l'sova v'lo l'razon. Livracha v'lo liklala, Livracha v'lo liklala, l'sova v'lo l'razon. Livracha v'lo liklala,
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Please join us in the lobby for